Am I on? Am I on? I am on. Let me do this. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing you, Nils. I got you. What's good, everybody? Welcome into the last word. We're hoping that the Wi-Fi sticks and stays. We've only done 5 shows today. I see everybody. The chat is already popping. This is how you end every single Monday night. You laugh a little bit, you learn a lot, educate, entertain. You guys know what time it is. We have a lot of topics to talk about tonight. Monday Night Raw just went to bed. More of the same, a schmoz. Did we really think that Seth Rollins had left town? Did we really think that? Did he really leave the arena? And by the way, I had a little, not PTSD, but I can't tell the story on the air, so I'm just going to tease it. But Montreal was the site of one of the great stories in WWE history. And I'm going to ask my good buddy, Big Tommy, about it here in a second. Let's bring him in. You guys know him. You love him every single Monday night. 32 years inside of the WWE. My main man, Big Tommy C. What's good, man?
What's up, Coach? What's up, Gabby? Montreal. Good old Montreal. Remember it well.
And she is our queen. And here every single Monday night. She just had a video, Gabby, 100,000 views on the X.
Yeah, 102,000 views, actually. And I was just talking about the Becky Nikki stuff because I was very intrigued by it. People seemed to enjoy it. People arguing on the tweet, which was hilarious to me.
That's the whole point when you're putting out a social video.
Yep.
You want people to want to interact with it. You want people to think, man, is what she's saying, do I agree with it? Do I not agree with it? And I really like that video as well. So we've got a lot to talk about tonight, guys. The whole story the last weekend and today was about Karrion Cross. Is it a work? Is it a shoot? He put out like a documentary, like edited the whole 9 yards. So I don't know if it's a work or a shoot. But, Gabby, let me start with you. A lot of signs tonight. They acknowledge him on the broadcast. Do we think Karrion Cross really and Scarlett really were released, or is it a work, and are they laughing at all of us?
I mean, I thought it was real because before he even was super over, there were all the comments about his contract being up, and people were like, "No, we want him to stick around." Blah blah blah. So I just thought it was natural that they didn't re-sign him. Whatever. And they did the documentary. They both made the tweets. Scarlett made a nice tweet. But then watching Raw tonight, I see someone in the front row with a "We want Cross" or something about Karrion Cross in the front row, and I'm pretty sure that they check the signs. So if someone was just released, wouldn't you not allow that sign in the front row to be seen for everybody on Netflix? Like, that's where I was like, ooh, maybe it's something different. I'm not sure.
Well, here's the thing. The guy that used to be in charge of that, they fired him, just like they fired everybody else, didn't they, Tommy? He got fired too.
Yep, they sure did.
You know, we're going to have that man as a part of BTT Conversations on August 26th. His name is Steve Rubin, and for 25 years, he was in charge of all the tickets. He was in charge of the signs. And, Tommy, you remember when you were stage manager, a sign like that, if it was about a talent that, A, they had just fired, or B, they didn't want people chanting for, you went over and you took that right away, didn't you?
Oh, and if I didn't do it, Mr. Dunn would remind me that, Tommy, get that sign right now. And I don't care if you're on camera or not, grab that sign. Vince wants it out. It's gone. A T-shirt, anything. I know when they see a sign that's not supposed to be there, I don't know how the new regime does it, but the old regime, we removed everything. And that's why I question what Gabby is saying there. If Brian Fathom, who's the producer there, if he doesn't see it and it's in the front row and they don't care, they don't care. So we took it away, Coach, big time. Everybody, every time we looked in the crowd, he would tell me, boom, take it out.
I'm torn on whether or not this is a work or a shoot. You know, going back to what happened with R-Truth, and Triple H succumbed and creative succumbed to what the fan base wanted. They screamed so loud. And this is such a unique thing. I don't know that we've ever seen. I'm so tired of wrestling fans on Twitter going, "Coach, we get it, but he can't work. He can't wrestle." There's a lot of people out there that were not great wrestlers. That does not mean in professional wrestling that you cannot be a star. Let's stop with that nonsense. You don't have to be a great worker to be a big star in WWE. This guy uses social media better than anybody. He's got a wife that's a 2-for-1. She is the most attractive female in the entire company, bar none. And Gabby, they can't find a place for these two? What are we doing?
I mean, listen, I don't pretend to understand the booking. and the hiring when it comes to WWE, because there's a lot of people that I very much enjoy in the 5 minutes I see them on my screen, and I don't understand how they're booked. Chelsea Green. But, there are a lot of things that I don't understand that they do. So who knows why? If they really are let go, it breaks my heart because I hate seeing anyone lose a job, but there could be more to the story that we don't know about. We don't know everything. So I take it by that stance where I'm like, I just like to see where it goes. I hope it's a work because that means they're still both employed and they're fan favorites and they'll show up and it'll be a huge pop. But what do I know?
Well, Scarlett put out on her social media a link to booking them for independent shows. And I know I don't really know what the new rules are when it comes to the 90-day non-compete. But there are rules to where they can go and when they can go. But, Tommy, if I'm looking at it, I'm thinking that his lack of being used, let's say they value him. The only way I would want to stay if I'm Karrion Cross is if they're actually going to use me. And if they're not, he can be Matt Cardona and go out on the indie scene. Hell, he could sign with AEW, which is a Wednesday workday, and then do all the indies on the weekends and probably make more money than he was making with the WWE. You factor that in, that the WWE is actively trying to lower salaries whenever they renew somebody. This may be a perfect storm and a perfect time for them to actually choose to leave, Tommy.
It could be, but here's my take on this whole thing, Coach. Listen to what we're talking about right now. It's been all over social media about Karrion Cross, Triple H, these guys. Did he sign? Is it a work? Is it not? We're all talking about it. And part of that is because everybody has watched Unreal, so now they all know what they're talking about. My take on this thing, I think it's a work. I think they're going to keep him away for a month and a half, and he's going to show up somewhere. Screw Sami Zayn, and it's not going to be Karrion Cross. It's going to be Killer Cross that they signed, and that's their out for the whole thing right there. I think it's a secret work between both of them. He comes back as Killer Cross, which is his real name, or that's what he uses on his social media. They can get in contact with him to do live events. It's not Karrion Cross. That's my thought on the whole process.
Interesting.
Everybody's talking about it, Coach.
Interesting. But they're talking about Tommy because he is as different as any superstar that's ever existed. He's the only one that uses social media besides Chelsea Green to his advantage. Even the documentary, whoever is working with him, the crew that's editing his stuff, is next level. Yep. That's as good an edit for a remote person who's not a company as I've ever seen. That's the only inkling that I have that this is a work. But maybe he's so next level and he's got his book coming out. So he needs to stay in the limelight because he's got to sell those damn books. And I would do the same damn thing. I really would. All right, let's move on to some other good things from tonight. Did anybody think that Maxine was actually going to beat Becky tonight? Anyone? Raise your hand. Anybody? I mean,
Maxine. I like her.
You like who?
I like Maxine a lot. I like her look. I like her charisma. I like everything about her. But I'm just saying. Oh, we lost him, but that's fine.
Gabby.
But her gear is great every week. I like kind of the comedic relief she plays with Otis and the guys. What I would have loved to see is, I think this could have been a great opportunity for Natalya to get into that ring and kick the shit out of Becky. I would have loved to see it. Natalya's kind of doing this thing where she has this whole alter ego where she's doing this blood sport stuff and she's like playing this person who's a badass, doing all this stuff outside of WWE. And you're going to tell me, and everybody loves her. You know what I mean? She's a veteran in the locker room and she's helping Maxine. You're going to tell me she can't run into the ring and beat the crap out of Becky if she feels like it? Why the hell not? Just put some light on it. I'm ready for the Natalya story to start running because it's ridiculous at this point. I'm ready for it.
She might be like a Karrion Cross. Listen, guys, we're talking like it's still the Vince McMahon led WWE. There are so many different factors at play that we all have to understand. First and foremost, it's money. And right now, every dollar they save is a dollar they can put towards that $6 billion. They just signed a big deal with UFC and Paramount. They already have their cash. And so why would you pay Karrion Cross if they believe, or Natalya if they believe, that if Natalya wanted, let's say, $500,000, just to use a number. But they're like, nope, she's only worth $200,000 to us. So she's going to take it or she's going to leave it. And that's what they're doing with a lot of these talent. And unless you've got the stones or you have the ability to go somewhere else, where else at this point of her career, Tommy, is Natalya going to go and earn six figures wrestling and not have to grind it out on the indies every single weekend to get to that same number?
Nowhere. I don't even think AEW would pick her up at this point in her career, Coach. She's, she's like over 40. She's been around a long time. I mean, I was on the road when she was there. So that tells you how long she's been with WWE. So I don't think she has very many outs. If they offered her 200, they give her cushy, she's going to take it because I'm sure she's made a lot of money back in her day. I hope she, saved it well or financially did something with somebody because the rope is short for her career right now.
Well, she's got a husband who is very, very respected. He's probably the number one agent in the entire business. Any wrestler that has a match, they want her husband working with them. So she's got that. But they also have a gym where they have a lot of students. So they're making money doing that as well. So it would behoove her to stay on TV because that helps students that come into her gym go, oh, I saw her on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, and that brings them business. So it's all about the side hustle now, which is something back in the day you didn't see a lot of guys or ladies be allowed to have. Now they are allowed to have a side hustle, so it's up to them on what they want to make. Gabby, and I know you're not going to do it, so I'll do it for myself. Have you noticed ever since I went public with my criticism of the direction of Bayley's career, how they've completely turned it, and now they're trying? I mean, did you see that pre-tape tonight? Did you see her dig down deep into her acting skills? And what did I say 4 months ago? Boring.
We all said it, by the way.
No.
That it's
hell
creative.
no.
I didn't say
hell,
she's
you
boring.
did not.
By the way, you just said character.
You disagree. You did not say that. You did not say that. What are you talking about?
Everybody said that the creative that she was doing was not great, but it doesn't mean she wasn't good. I was saying
you're not jumping on my bandwagon now. You're not
jumping on your bandwagon. Your bandwagon's a solo wagon by itself. You're carrying it by yourself with the weight of the world on your shoulders because everybody came at you. I didn't have to say anything. But
and you were in the video. You were in the video defending her.
Because what she's doing right now is exactly what I've been wanting her to see.
But she wasn't doing it 4 months ago.
That's not her choice if she could do it or not.
Oh my goodness! See how everything changes.
And she could be not good at it, and she's crushing it. What she's doing because I feel like it's pretty real for her at this point. She knows.
Gabby, let me tell you something about being at the top for this many years. I know how to motivate people.
Okay.
I know because sometimes when you look yourself in the mirror, you got to be honest with yourself. And clearly the night that I said that about Bayley and I went viral, she went home and she goes, no, I'm not going to be mad at Coach.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say, yeah, Gabby, thanks for defending me. I'm going to look myself in the mirror and I'm going to dig down deep. And that's what we saw tonight. So you can do whatever you want, Gab. But the bottom line is I'm changing lives. I'm changing careers. Anything else?
It took her a minute. She had to go through the whole, mess with Lyra to get to this point. So she didn't listen right away. But whatever.
That's true.
Helps you sleep at night, Coach. It's fine.
Tommy, what did you make of that tonight? Because, I mean, they seem like very real tears to me. And what she said, and this is what's great about wrestling. If you're willing to go to a very real place, listen to the message she had tonight. All that is true. She's done nothing this year. And she goes, it's my fault. She can go a lot of different directions with this.
I'm invested. I really like the pre-tape. She showed a lot of emotion there. She was very passionate about what she was saying. She made me a believer after that. It was a weird out, and I heard that crazy laugh at the end or something. So I don't know what that was when it went to black, and I heard this or something like. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear it?
Yeah. Well, the video shook.
Yeah. So I don't know what direction they're going with her. Maybe she's turning heel or what, but I was emotionally invested with her. I thought it was very good. She was very good at what she did tonight.
What if she was going crazy, Gabby? Maybe they're turning her crazy.
See, I actually don't. I think what we saw from her at SummerSlam, not turning on Lyra when she had the opportunity to do it and then doing an emotional promo, is showing that she's going to stay babyface. And I think that whoever laughed and shook the camera is going to be the person coming after her saying, like, you're weak and blah, 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 blah. So I think someone's coming at her. I don't think it's her.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm over heel Bayley. She should be pissed. If she was going to stay heel. Her role model thing as a heel was very almost like it was almost like just an arrogant person. It wasn't really like a heel. Like Becky is full
Exactly
now. You know what I'm saying? She just went after, she had to get the final kick in at Natty. She's dirty now. You know what I'm saying? But Bayley saying, I'm going to take the role model thing and be a role model now. Maybe there's something to that. Maybe there's something for her to be that like uber face, possibly.
I think she has to turn heel in order to change her whole
I hope
perception of way she is, because it's not working this way. So you got to go another way. I think they have to go another way with it. They make her a little crazy, maybe a Joker type with the purple hair or something like that. So I don't think she stays a baby face at all. I disagree with that.
I didn't even know she had been a heel, or I didn't even know what she was.
Ding dong hello.
I didn't know what
Remember when she did the ding dong hello and she was like obnoxious heel and she had the feud with Bianca Belair and she started the what was the name of the faction that she started with Dakota Kai?
Oh yeah.
She started that was like heel faction.
Yeah.
And then she turned face again.
Sometimes people don't have it in them to be a mean heel, to be like a nasty, dirty heel. I mean, not everybody can be the Coach or Seth Rollins or, great heels like that. So, but I'm actually thinking about adding that to our side business we're going to start when I'm teaching people how to give promos, teaching people how to act in wrestling shows, because at this point I can't take any more bad acting. I can't take any more bad acting or bad promos, which, by the way, when they came out of the Bayley one, did you notice who they were interviewing? Anyone?
Lyra?
Yes, Lyra. She has been relegated to a side piece after a promo by Bayley. She's one step away from NXT and one step away from true development on the indies. I promise you that.
I don't know about that. Listen.
You don't agree, Gabby?
I mean, we saw it on the show. Normally, I don't see some of the segments because they're during the commercial break. And they put her on the show and not the commercial break. So, I feel a little bit worse for some other people than I do Lyra. Also, I popped huge because they were like Jackie. First of all, I love Jackie Redmond, but Jackie was made it serious and was like, Lyra, these words from you used to be friends. They stopped being friends like a week ago. Like their thing backstage was Lyra being like, we're not friends, we're not enemies. That was last week. So it's like, mourning this friendship that just ended 7 days ago. How did that make you feel to see that? Like, I popped huge because girls know if we end the friendship, we're not talking about that bitch again. You know what I mean? She's out of my life forever.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And guys too. I mean, there was a time where me and Tommy, we didn't talk from Tommy? Like January 2008 to the end of January 2008. I mean, it was a minute. It was a minute. And that was like the longest 5 days of our friendship. Yes.
I feel like you guys cannot speak for 6 months and then just be like, what's up, bro? Like, everything good? Like, you're fine.
Well, that's how guys guys do it.
Yeah.
That's how guys do it. There's no question about that.
Yeah, we're not petty.
We're definitely not petty. By the way, can I give Jackie Redmond some flowers? She's probably the best backstage interviewer they've had in years and years and years. Would you agree?
She can drive the bus on a pre-show, post-show. I got to tell you, man, watching her, Big E, and Rosenberg, they are unbelievable, dude. They are very enjoyable to watch. Big E got really good. Rosenberg's good, and she drives the bus big time, Coach. I really like them three a lot, and they do an excellent job with the pay-per-views, man.
Hey, Tommy, real quick, who actually found her for the WWE? Can you remember who?
Well, nobody will ever say that. Nobody will ever say that, Coach. I mentioned her too.
I'll say it.
There. Yeah, it was me.
You did. You found Jackie Redmond.
Come on. With Renee. Along with Renee, too. It was Renee first, and then I saw Jackie, and I mentioned it, and they blew it off. And now she's the best.
That's amazing. Because I had Jackie on my podcast. I don't know if you know this. She was great. We're friends. And she was one of my favorite interviews I've ever had on the podcast. Just saying. I don't know if you it's fine on Gaby AF if anybody wants to listen to it. She was one of my favorite interviews I've ever had because obviously you guys know that's something I really look up to and strive to do one day, possibly. And she was incredible. She told me how she won the the show in Canada to be the next honor person. Like, she won that whole competition. And Renee Paquette was the judge, who was her inspiration. So it's like kind of cool for her because now she's like the best to do it, I think, right now. And she's like living this dream. And she worked harder than anybody I've ever seen in my life. She's on like a million different things all the time. So props to her.
Whoa. You start talking like that to me, we're going to have an issue.
It's different realms of work.
It's not different. It's not. How's it different? I do a million things too. This is your problem. Okay. And now we're going to say something else. I can't compliment someone without you taking it as an insult to you. I can say nice things about other people. It doesn't mean I don't think those nice things about you, Coach. Okay. No. But when you use the absolutes, like, she's the hardest worker that I know. Those were your exact words. I wouldn't have said anything if she said she's one of the hardest workers that I know. Wouldn't have said anything.
Okay. She's one of the hardest working females that I've seen do anything. She's traveling every 5 minutes. She's got layovers, delays. She's doing NHL. She's doing this. She's doing that. She's doing it all. And she's incredibly kind still and like looks great every time she's on. And she's just a pro at everything she does. When she had to do that thing, that super emotional sit down with the tragedy that happened in hockey, and like she kept it together. That's when I had my brand new respect for her, because like that's a crazy position to have to be in, and she handled it with such class. And she's, I think, one of the best additions to WWE. And I'm not just kissing her ass. Like, she's someone I look up to in the space.
I agree. I have said this on this show. I have said this publicly. I have said this in interviews that given the opportunity, you will be the next great female talent, not only in wrestling. I think you can do anything. It's just a matter of, in this business these days, you just got to get the opportunity. And that's the hardest thing to get, is the opportunity. But once you do, now you can show what you can do. So you're now on TNA a little bit. And you look great. You sound great. They're giving you more on cameras. You do whatever. What's the one word that you say all the time when they ask you something at TNA?
I say, yes, thank you.
You're damn right. Yes, and thank you. And then in about 6 months, you're going to be saying you're welcome when you're like, listen, I might be a little bit too good for you guys now. I'm just saying.
Oh, my God.
I might be a little bit too good for you guys. I'm just saying. I mean, you may have to have that talk with Tommy.
Hopefully I don't have to say that to you ever. You know what I mean?
Hey, Tommy, does she want to play that card right now?
Lay low, Gabby.
Tommy. Tommy's my guy. Don't pin us against each other tonight, okay?
Yeah.
If you guys want your voice to be heard or your opinion, you can do that, as you know, via a super sticker. We spent 35 minutes today. We had so many super stickers. And, Tommy, I was forced to sing Barry Manilow on the Coach and Bro show today.
You did it in the car.
I did it in the car.
Yes,
we had one guy today that spent $65 on the Coach and Bro show because he was arguing with me over who the GOAT is in professional wrestling. And every time that I told him he was wrong, he would get another super sticker to tell me that I was wrong. He just kept going. All right, Rostafa. Oh, I don't know, Rostafa. I don't know. Nonsense McGee says, Kathy is excellent too. Rostafa says, don't sleep on Kathy Kelly. I've known her since viewing her on AfterBuzz TV. So was Ryan Katz. We call Kathy Cupcake due to her. Oh, thank God. Okay. Due to her badass cupcake recipe. I thought I was getting to read something I would regret. Okay, she makes cupcakes. All right, got it. With all due respect to Kathy Kelly, not in Jackie Redmond's league. Just not.
Not even close.
I'll say it. Not even close. But I'm going to get quoted. It's going to say, Coach doesn't like Kathy Kelly. Never said that. I'm comparing two backstage interviewers that do the same job. And I don't want Gabby to have to comment on it. So I will do it. But she's fine. She's serviceable. And very few, Tommy, get two chances. Very few leave and come back. So I'll give her kudos for that, right?
Yeah, that hardly ever happens. And she did live TV once, and somebody didn't like it, and they took her off the next week. That's what I remember.
It is so funny, Gabby. You have no clue what it's like. There was once a guy named Max Bretos. He was my partner at ESPN on SportsCenter for 3 years. He got hired by the WWE in what year was that? 2001, Tommy? 2002, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Gabby, he worked 52 weeks, a full year. He was on TV week number 2. Vince just happened to be watching it. How many times do you think he was on for the rest of his 1-year contract?
0. Oh.
He got paid to travel, party, and party. And he loved it for a year, but when that year is up, he lost the job and lost the income. But that's how diabolical Vince could be if he just simply didn't like somebody.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll pay him $120,000 to sit there. And he did it. Did he, Tommy? He did it many times.
Did it to Kathy Kelly.
I like Kathy. I'm a fan. I think her social media is also pretty phenomenal. She just did a video with Ron Killings, and he went to hop over her head for the trend, and he knocked into her, and it was.
Oh my God! Fun. Oh, those IG trends. In a perfect world, Gabby. Where I want the chat to weigh in. If we could place Gabby in any company doing any job, where would you like to see Gabby show up? I have my thoughts. Tommy, where would you like to see Gabby show up?
Oh, the best WWE. I think she would fly there, dude. I think she'd do an excellent job.
I agree. I think your personality, Gabby, is so big that you would be held back if you were for an extended period of time, like a smaller place. I really believe that.
And you'll get produced really well too.
Exactly. You got to be produced really, really well because there are certain ways that you get to where you want to be. I would absolutely help you. I'd be like your, what do they call you? Your silent partner, silent coach, whatever it is.
Coach, where did they all go before they went on TV, right? It was you, Grisham. You all started out with me, right? And international. You did those magazine
100%.
shows.
Yep. We started international. Then we did International Livewire. We did a show called Jacked and Metal. And that's how they started us and warmed us into being, Bottom Line. There was all kinds of shows back in the day. Now they just throw them out there. Now they go, here you go. Let's just throw them out there. Quickly, let's hit on the main event tonight because it's clear what they're doing, which I'm actually a big fan of, Gabby, and that is making Seth Rollins this over-the-top, arrogant, cocky. Everything he does is right and working, so it's going to make it every time he gets taken to the carpet, people are going to love it even more because he's calling them Bron, which is actually LeBron James' nickname. So I'm loving what they're doing right now.
Yeah, and I said this. I think Seth Rollins needs to be hated. Like he needs to be. Don't be singing his song. You could be excited to see him, but be excited to see him because you hate him. And that's what they're kind of going for. I saw even Heyman was getting some boos tonight when he came out, and like they're always going to be entertaining. It's always going to be funny. Honestly, the highlight for me was Bron Breakker saying, like, you're 47, you're 100 together, like, I could beat you both. Paul in the back going, you're not even in your gear. Like, calm down, you're not in your gear. I was laughing so hard, and that's not even something that's, like, on the mic cutting it. Like, that's what I love because that's, like, a genuine reaction. Not for nothing, Bron Breakker is the star of that faction to me, which I did not think I would ever say. As much as I love Seth Rollins, like, I think we see Bron Breakker in a couple years headlining fucking WrestleMania. Honestly, like he is ridiculous.
I don't think there's any question that this guy is going to be one of the biggest stars of our generation. And Tommy, he can talk. He is as physical as anybody. He apologizes afterwards, and you got to have some stones to stand in front of his ass and take whatever he's going to deliver to you. And I'm sure he's as safe as he can be, but you can't stop momentum. That is what it is, right?
No, you're absolutely right, and that's why Heyman's there, dude. He's teaching his dude as we go along. Heyman just did an interview talking about Bron and saying we could see this guy being main evented for WrestleMania for the next 3 years. Listen to that, man. And if that's coming from Heyman, you know he's working with him, and the kid just is like a sponge. Now he's taking everything in. It's like Gabby said, that was the line of the night, man. I popped big time when he said that.
Yeah.
That was incredible. And he can back it up, Coach. That's the best part about it. The dude could back everything up right then and there. He's slowly becoming the star in that group right there. But right now, it's Rollins, the baddest heel you've ever seen right now, and they're building towards that big time.
And the beautiful part is this, that if you follow the model in wrestling history, Randy Orton became this character in Evolution 20 years ago. Ric Flair was getting older. Batista was doing his thing. Triple H was, wanting to be one of the heads of the company. And Randy Orton became the breakout young star. You can do it again. You can absolutely do it again. And they just have to be patient because eventually you got to let Seth do his thing with Roman. But then 8 months, 12 months after they're building up, all of a sudden, Bron turns on Seth Rollins and becomes the biggest babyface in the business on the spot. But you can't do that before John Cena retires. You got to wait for John Cena to get out the door. And then, Gabby, we're going to see Bron Breakker, I think, heading into Mania next year. I don't think he'll get a main event next year. I don't think he's ready for that. No. But you got all these, and we saw it in the chat, all these old dudes that are over 40. At some point, you got to bring a 27-year-old and say, listen, here's the ball. Please run with it for me.
Yeah. Listen, I hope they don't do it too soon because I really do enjoy the chemistry of all these guys. I think when it first started, we were kind of like, what's going to happen? Let's see what goes on, like blah, blah, blah. And I think they've made all the correct choices in who they're kind of adding into the group and how they're meshing well together. And I could see this being, I wouldn't say as successful as the Bloodline because the Bloodline was on like another level, but a faction that is around for a while and things are going to change, like the Judgment Day, kind of that it's been a few years and the Judgment Day has different people, different leaders, things come in and out. But like, I hope this sticks and I hope it grows and I hope it gets deeper and I hope we kind of delve into these guys more because it's really working for me.
All right, last thing tonight, because we're not going to go as long as we normally do. I've got 4 shows tomorrow. My voice is it's getting a little bit raspy, if you know what I mean. I can't believe I'm getting ready to tell you guys what my MVP of Monday Night Raw was. Can you guess, Gabby, what my MVP, who my MVP was?
I don't know. It's either something sarcastic or serious, which means I don't know. Are you being a serious MVP?
Am I ever sarcastic? I'm always serious.
That was a sarcastic comment, question and answer.
Iyo Sky.
Yeah.
Did she ever have a bad match? She's getting the crowd was so into it. They were chanting, "This is awesome." She would not mess up, but she would get caught. They would stop. Then they would pick it back up. This is awesome. She got like 4 or 5 "This is awesome" chants. And also give credit to Roxy because, you got to have a dance partner to get those chants. But Iyo Sky right now. And then I love how they're creating this character where at the end, she's so kind of diabolical. And she's playing the nice card, even though when she goes out, she's having a banger. So she does that smile at the end of every promo. Yeah. I love that. I'm really in love with that character.
I honestly think from this year alone, Iyo Sky might be the most consistent female pro wrestler in the WWE this year so far when it comes to matches and delivering in matches. She might be the best and she might be the most consistent from this year. Did she sell me as a champion? Unfortunately, no. But no matter who she's in that ring with and what she's doing, she's going to have a banger of a match. Like, she is someone you can rely on for that. And she needs to get props for that because she's only kind of growing on me more and more that I see her, even though she's not even champion anymore, which is crazy.
Yeah, she doesn't have a bad match, Coach. I can't remember a bad match she had. And Roxanne Perez, man, she did it. Mm-hmm. She went out pretty good with her too. They got 2 young people there that can really work in the ring.
And the one thing I never thought about, but now I have buddies that are texting me going, should I think that she is super attractive? Because we don't always put her, in that really like the Nikki Bella world in that. But I think she's sneaking up on some people when it comes to that. And you throw that in because there's a certain number of the wrestling community that likes to watch the women still for that. Then you have those that like to watch for the wrestling. That whatever it is, she's the total package, Gabby.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think if it comes down to even just beauty standards and what they're seeing with what they're watching, I don't think there's any women that you're like, oh, get them off my screen, they're disgusting. Every woman in the WWE is beautiful when I watch pro wrestling, and everyone has different preferences of what they like and what they see. I think that's a department where they're not lacking, in my opinion, is attractiveness of the women. The selling and the wrestling and the promos, that's a different story, but they're all hot. So, it's good. Even for me to watch, it's nice to watch sometimes. I look at the gear too. Some of their gear and you're guys, so you don't think about it. But like when I said Maxine's gear, like Maxine has
I
some
think
of the
about it.
coolest gear. Relax. Maxine has some of like the coolest, most creative gear. Like I watch Jade, like Naomi's gear is sick. Bianca Belair has a sick gear. Like I watch for that and I'm like, damn, that's cool. I wish I could wear that kind of stuff. So it's everyone's.
I wish I could make it. Remember I told you guys about the fan who had like 8 super stickers in our Coach and Bro show today. Remember I just mentioned him?
Yeah.
He's here.
All right. So he's continuing his record-breaking day. It's Roland. Roland, what's up, man? You're my new favorite big dog. He said this. Do you see Bron Breakker turning on Seth Rollins like Batista turned on Triple H in Evolution? And who does Tommy and Gabby have as the GOAT of wrestling? I'm not going to tell you who Roland has. But, Tommy, let's go with the answer both questions. Eventually, do we see him turning? We just talked about that. And who is your GOAT? And then, Gabby, you can tell him because Roland has his thoughts, and he's very, very, very bullish on his thoughts.
My GOAT of all time in wrestling? Is that what he's asking?
Yes.
God.
That's a
I want to say Hogan, but I wasn't a big Hogan fan because of what he did for the business. I was a Rock guy. I love the Rock.
That's what he said, isn't it?
That's who I said, and Roland lost his mind. Gabby, what say you?
Who did Roland say? Because I need to know.
No. I'm not going to tell you. I want you to say yours because he's going to lose his mind if you don't agree with him.
Well, he's going to lose his mind.
I said The Rock.
Here's my thing, and I get this question a lot, and I'm going to piss a lot of people off, and quite frankly, I get it. I did not watch pro wrestling at the same time as you guys, at the same time as the diehard fans. So like you saying The Rock, Hogan, I didn't watch when they were actively wrestling. So like they're not even in, I understand the impact they had on it, but they're not in my like GOAT of like who's affected me the most in my era of being a fan, I guess we could say. Does that make sense?
It makes sense that you didn't give us a damn answer.
Because
what is your answer? In your era to you, who is it? You got to answer the question.
I don't know. I feel like I have to say this is such a bad answer. This isn't even like my real answer. I don't know. I would say Cena.
Wow. John Cena. That's your answer after all of that?
For someone, because you thought I was going to say Cody Rhodes because you're a crazy person. And
that's what I did. I thought you were going to say that. I really
said
did.
It to say it.
I really did.
Pop you with it, but it's weird for me. You guys have to understand it's very weird because like I would say even like a Roman's up there for me. Like people that I've seen the evolution of when I started watching to where they are now, where like they get the pops and like those kind of things. Like it's wild. And a lot of people, some people aren't with the company anymore and they go back and forth. Like it's bizarre. I need to watch some old school stuff to really know.
Yeah, because if you did, I feel like you'd have a lot more respect for me if you did.
Why, you thought I was going to say you?
Yeah, you'd have more respect for me if you watched some of the OG stuff, some of the Attitude Era stuff. I think you really would. I feel like sometimes you're slightly disrespectful to me. As far as my wrestling career and what I've done.
Okay. I don't know what to say.
Tommy, do you feel that way? Tommy, you be the tiebreaker. Does Gabby disrespect my wrestling career?
I'm taking the fifth, man. I ain't answering.
Oh, come on, Tommy.
Wow, that's your boy.
Come on.
That means he agrees with me.
Hey, look, nobody's done what you've done, Coach. Let's face it. You were an announcer first, and you became a talent in the ring. And I've told you that. Nobody's done it since you did it. Am I right or wrong? Like Cole went in the ring for what? Half a second? That was an embarrassment because he's not an athlete at all. And I'll get quoted on that.
What the hell was that one? What is that, a singlet they used to call that?
Yeah,
with Michael Cole?
Yeah,
I got to handle some stuff.
That wasn't very flattering either.
No, it wasn't. If you know, you know. Yeah. I'm alienating some of our premium members, and I don't mean to. A-Bass, bro, you're always going to be my number one. In the chat, he says, Kimberly and Nonsense, we've been replaced. Roland is Coach's new fave.
Wait, who's Roland's answer, by the way? You never told us.
Okay, his answer is Stone Cold Steve Austin. And he has a million different reasons for it. And he thought, so Vince Russo is his greatest writer of all time. I thought I'd be the greatest 5-tool player of all time, but we'll discuss that later. But he believes Stone Cold, because he made the most money for the business, that he should be the GOAT. That's his reasoning.
I don't think that's a good reason.
I agree. But John Cena said Roman Reigns because of the stock price and where it's at and the fact that it's the highest it's ever been. And Roman Reigns has been the number one guy since that happened, which I disagree with that take.
I mean, I go by the person that I have the most emotional, I guess, reaction to when I see them, and they are a part of history, but as well still in my mindset when I watch pro wrestling. And that's why I say Cena, because he's already back. He's doing the whole thing, like blah, blah, blah. But like, if you're going to list someone who like impact wise, like I could also say Flair, which I think a lot of people would say as well.
I'm actually in his old hometown. I'm sitting right now in Charlotte, North Carolina, if you didn't know. By the way, and I cannot tell this story, but if people want to do a deep dive and you want to go back and listen to a Howard Stern interview with John Cena, you can get the story there. But Tommy, you know the story I'm talking about.
You told me.
You know the story that happened in Montreal?
You already forget?
Yeah, I already forgot. I tell a lot of stories. So
we told this.
It was one of the most giving things I've ever seen a person do. I will say that from the bottom of my heart. Tommy, would you agree with that?
He gave big time too, boy.
I hate that I know the story because now I'm in on the joke. And
yeah, you're in on it.
I'm in on it now at this point. And I feel everybody listening that wants to know, you're not missing out on anything that great.
I'm not saying anymore, dude.
It's a great story. You just can't tell it on the air. I can't tell it. I can't tell it. But go back to Howard Stern, listen to an interview. You'd have to have the right interview, but I'm telling you, it was a giving night. It was a giving night. We also got very, very, one thing Cena never did is he didn't like going out to a bar. So he would stay at the hotel and drink at the hotel bar because he was protected. And him being out at a bar, he would have just gotten just absolutely mobbed. So he would never go out. He would never, ever go out. Rock was kind of the same way, although Rock liked going out more than Cena did, I would say. But Cena, if you find any pictures of him at a bar, he's like a unicorn. They don't exist. But he was certainly awake in Montreal. All right, final takes. We're going to get the hell out of here. I want to thank, there's a lot of you in the chat that have tuned in for every single show we have done today. It's absolutely amazing the support that you give us. We're growing every single show, every single week, and we can't thank you enough. Final takes. Tommy, start us off.
Tonight was a ho-hum Raw for me. That nothing really moved for me at all, storyline-wise or anything. The only thing that big was Rollins cutting that promo, and it's just Punk and LA Knight going at it. A lot of segments and matches. Like, I don't know where we move storyline-wise moving forward towards Clash or anything else. It was just ho-hum for me. Of course, they put over Sami Zayn like $1 million because he's in his hometown. I just hope next week in Philadelphia, they bring us a big banger of a show, man, because tonight it just was like this, guys. Nothing leveled up at all. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not on that.
Well, I mean, we're in between like big events, and this always seems to happen is they try to get through like the 2 weeks, then you get ready for Clash in Paris, and they ramp it back up. But it's hard when you do 2 weeks a year. That's just it.
Why don't we talk about Brock?
Says,
What's
that?
Talking about Brock. They haven't even addressed Brock yet.
9 days, 8 days. Yep. We haven't seen him. Sorry. Nothing. And this is the problem with booking Brock. We know he negotiates hard. We know Vince paid him millions for like 15 days a year. So it doesn't surprise me, but damn it, Gabby, if you're going to put Brock Lesnar into a scenario where he sets the record for social media views, you've got to explain him coming back. You have to. And nothing. So it's going to be at least another 4 days. So we're talking almost 2 weeks. No Brock, no talking about him, no answers, no nothing.
No Cena even on Netflix. Where's Cena?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see one of them on Netflix on a Monday night? Like, what are you waiting for a first? Put it on Netflix. What, I don't understand what we're doing. Like, you're on Netflix. It's a big deal. You're going to rinse and repeat Raws. Like, that's kind of what I feel like is happening a little bit. There's small good things. There's the Bayley stuff. I liked the Becky, Nikki Bella stuff. There's little tiny pieces of great stuff. And then you kind of give me the same shit, different day kind of thing all the time. It's a rinse and repeat of a lot of similar things. So I get it, but how long can you do it? Like, it's the sandwich again. I like the sandwich, the Raw sandwich. Start off with the boys, end with the boys. But it's the same thing. They're just kicking the shit out of each other every week. Shouldn't they know someone's going to come out at the ring and beat them up during the match? Like, it's happening every week. Get yourself prepared. Have some protection. Bring a bodyguard. You know what I mean? Think about it. I don't know.
Of course. Well, the reason they're not using he's got a certain number of days, and I promise you, this is how these guys negotiate. That if they go one day over them, it's probably $50,000 or $100,000 per appearance. I'm telling you guys, they won't work them one day more than what's in their contract, and it's a sad state of affairs. In my day, it wasn't. You just showed up. You worked all year. It wasn't all this nonsense.
You don't need to show up. Give me a video package addressing something so I can see you and know that you're serious.
That's it. And for Brock, it's all I'm seeing is like old videos, old interviews, old stuff of him. And this is the most shocking thing that's happened the entire 2025 year. And we've heard nothing about it. And they're doing what it's kind of been the MO. Rock doesn't show up. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Paul glides over. Brock doesn't let's not talk about it. I'm like, damn, you want us to be invested in these surprises, then explain them to us when we need them explained. Yep. A couple of super stickers before we get out of here. Roland says, do you see Bron we already did that one. Okay, I got to get to the next one. Okay. He says Stone Cold Steve Austin is the GOAT because he made the company the most money, sold the most merch, sold the most 500,000 plus pay-per-view buys, and has the highest cable TV ratings. A lot of those matches were against The Rock, but that's okay. Lonnie Mead, you didn't have a message in yours, but thank you for the super sticker. Oh, there it is. All right. Lonnie Mead says, in my opinion, we need to have an 80s, 90s, and 2000s Mount Rushmores and add tag teams. Gabby, that might be good for somebody like you.
Yes, I like that. We should do that.
But you'd have to do like 2010s. Like you'd have to do 2010 and beyond.
That's when I graduated high school.
Oh, my God. You graduated high school in 2010?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I like to shock you sometimes.
You're shocking
me. That really
me.
is.
By telling some facts about my life.
2010.
You know what's crazy, Tommy, is this is no kidding. I just had a I don't want to brag. How do I say this? A female suitor who's been DMing me on Instagram who is 29. Very attractive. Probably a little bit too attractive. But I have not engaged because she's 29. And Gabby, you're 3 years older than that. So what I'm saying is your boy still got it.
I thought you were going to say, I'm really growing as a man that I wouldn't engage with someone that young, but it's because you want to.
No. Oh, absolutely not. By the way, somebody named Daniel Greer, Tommy, is in the chat. He says Gabby is going to say Dolph Ziggler is her favorite of all time.
EG?
Although, you guys would be like a good, if you were like his manager or something, I can see you guys would look great together.
He doesn't need a manager. He talks all on his own pretty well, I think. I've met him.
You don't have to be a mouthpiece to be a manager. Some guys just need. Macho Man did his own. Oh, you don't know who Macho Man is?
Yes, okay, I do. Ass.
You say you didn't watch back then.
I know who he is.
Tommy, did she not just say that?
I know who he is.
She goes, I didn't watch back then. I don't know anybody. I can't.
I said I didn't.
We're talking out of both sides of your mouth.
You don't listen. This is your problem. You have selective hearing. I don't know if it's because you're losing some of your hearing, because you're losing some of your eyesight with your glasses that you refuse to wear, and you can't read the super stickers. But when I say I didn't watch during that era, me saying oh yeah, I think this guy's the best, but I can't even name 2 matches he was in. I don't think that's a fair sentiment to say to someone who's watched it since they were a child.
Just because of you, I've started carrying these with me because I'm tired of you making fun of me for not wearing my glasses. So I'm going to read this super sticker with my glasses on just like this. Oh, it's very clear, Gabby. Wow. Geo Guy 23 says, and thank you for the super sticker. What up, cool coach? You're damn right I'm cool. Hi, beautiful Gabby.
You're welcome. You're right.
Okay. Oh, and he goes, "Oh, Tommy, you're here too. What's up?"
Oh, thanks.
He goes, "No joke. I feel like I keep watching the same show last week. Goes to show how lazy and little effort they put into the show. I don't know that, guys. It's laziness. What I'm telling you, I've been saying this for years. I said it when I was there, and Tommy knows this too. If you had to write 52 episodes of Friends or Grey's Anatomy or whatever, they wouldn't all be good. It's impossible when you're watching. They're writing 6 hours, 6 hours plus every single week, and most of these kids are 22-year-old snot-nosed kids right out of college on a tryout basis as a writer. I wouldn't wish a writer's assistant job on my worst enemy. It's awful, and these are who is writing for these shows. So I assume most of them are going to be lazy, get to the finish line, and they're planning for the big one like the Clash in Paris. That's what it's going to be, Gabby, moving forward, is a lot of these ho-hum shows, and then the big ones, they're going to, especially now that they're moving to ESPN, they've got to save these big ones for that new $30 app, so people are buying that damn thing.
Yeah. And listen, I get it, but do you know how many times, every time I go into one of the big shows, I'm like, I'm not that excited. They haven't given me that much to be like super invested in this big show. And then they do it and they make it a banger. And then this match is great. And they bring back this person. And then I'm like, damn it. They actually like made me like the show. But then I'm like waiting for the follow-up because I'm like crazy. And then the follow-up's never as good. So it's like, you know what it's like, Coach? It's like a first date that's really good. You meet the guy, you hit it off. You're so excited. And then after the first date, his true colors start to come out. He's not really the full gentleman. It's not really all great. The texts start to get lazy. The effort starts to go away. And then they'll do one thing, like they'll send you flowers or they'll take you on a date, whatever, because like they want to hang out with you again. And then you're like, oh, they're not that bad. Actually, they did this nice thing. So I'm going to negate all the bad shit. And I'm only going to remember the good stuff. And that's how they get you. WWE is like a boyfriend, like dating. That's
like a boyfriend. Mm-hmm. I'm writing all this stuff down for Dirtsheet Dan right now because I feel like, sometimes they say some of the best relationships are they foster from people you work with, that you're around a lot, that you hang out with a lot. Sometimes that can morph into a real thing. And I feel like, Tommy, you tell me if I'm wrong, I could really see Dirtsheet Dan on one side and it almost be like kind of Beauty and the Beast. Almost. Almost.
What? Wait,
that's what I feel like. I Dirtsheet Dan. I got his back. I got his back.
Hey, that's right.
Are you not? You say I don't listen. Do you not listen to what I'm talking about?
You're alluding to something that I don't. I would like you to speak more clearly with.
I said I'm taking down notes on what you like in a man, so I can help Dirtsheet Dan.
First of all, I don't like that. That's toxic. That's what I attract, which is why I'm alone. Because I attract the toxic man like the WWE that wants me too and comes back in once a month and checks in on me, and then I'm like, oh my god, you ghosted me, but I forgot because you're hot.
Tommy, what the hell is she talking about? Yeah. I'm talking about Dirtsheet Dan, our guy. What is she talking about?
Me and Dirtsheet are like Beauty and the Beast?
Hey, real quick. Hey, producer man, bring Dirtsheet Dan on. Bring Dirtsheet Dan on.
Oh, God.
Because Dirtsheet, what year did you graduate high school?
2010.
Did you really?
Oh
yeah, I'm 33. I'm 33.
Wow. So you graduated the same year as Gabby.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So did a lot of people in the world.
I feel like Dirtsheet, you're the type of guy because you're such a good dude. And the people at home are going to get to know you more and more in the coming weeks. But you're a really good dude. I feel like you would not have lazy texts to Gabby. Am I right?
No.
Yeah.
Not confident on that one.
I didn't really feel that one either, Dirtsheet.
Boy phrase.
Help me out here, pal. Help me out. I'm trying to. You're like, no, I don't think so. What about flowers? Are you a big flowers guy, or do you see them as a waste of time?
I'm a big flower guy.
Interesting.
The decibel of his voice is.
I know. Great. You're gonna hit 15 at some point, Dan. I'm still trying to figure this. So 2010. Okay, Dan, I'm trying to help you out here. Now, there's 98% of the world that Gabby's out of their league, and that's not criticizing anybody. She'd be out of my league, your league, a lot of leagues. But At this point, I feel like we need to start helping her. Because at some point, Gabby, you got to give guys a chance.
You think I don't? You think
No, I
don't?
don't. You never run anything past me.
Why should I run it past you? Look at how you treat me. I'm going to tell you my man problems, what goes on in my DMs. You think I'm going to tell you? You're the first person I'm going to tell?
Look at that lower third, Coach.
What? Just a second. I need to put my glasses on, Tommy.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on, producer man. Hold on. Dirtsheet Dan and Gabby.
Say it into the microphone, Coach. I know you forget.
Sitting in a tree. You remember that when you were a kid? KISSING. Tommy.
Yes,
Tommy.
sir.
I smell a segment. Gabby's DMs.
Oh.
Goes down.
That is a segment if I ever heard one. I feel like we need to pick out 3 or 4 of the best DMs you get on the show every week. What do you think, Gab?
I'm down. I could do 3 or 4 that I get the best today.
That's amazing. I can't wait.
No, you're going to be bothered because you actually care about me as a friend. You're going to be like concerned for my safety probably.
Will you please not tell everybody how I really treat you, please? I like this fake stuff.
Terrible.
All right. Rostafa says, so did I, Gabby. Don't hate Coach. Thank God you didn't say Cody Rhodes. You need to watch early Cena from 2003 as a heel. Match with Guerrero was a classic. I agree. That was a classic. And Kimberly said, did I just see Coach break his own rule? Kimberly.
I love her.
The only person that's allowed to take a drink on the show is me.
We didn't even notice.
See, that's how slick I was with it. Kimberly noticed.
I saw
That's how slick I was with
God forbid you speak up, Tommy. I know, only I can get yelled at for it. Thirst quenching, you know what I mean? But Coach
here's my new rule. If you do at least 4 shows a day, then you get carte blanche to drink whenever you want on the show.
Don't say carte blanche. Stupid word.
It means you have full
I
reign.
know what it means. I'm not dumb. I just don't. That's a lame thing to say. If you do 4 shows, carte blanche, who are you? That already pissed me off. Now I'm going to drink my water because I'm annoyed with you.
All right, producer man, are we good with all the super stick? Oh, we have. Let's see. In other words, I graduated in Rastafa wants to throw his hat into the ring. He said he also graduated in 2010. Okay, very interesting. So now
we need to see him to approve it, Coach.
There's no doubt about it.
I like athletes, guys. We've talked about this.
You like athletes, or you want athletes?
I like athletes. I like toxicity.
Any particular? Do you like NFL, NBA?
It's all fine. I'll take them all. I'm not really a big fan of NBA because they're all tall and skinny. I like the big linebackers. You know, I like the big boys. Like
I bet you do.
Randy Orton, 90s Randy Orton-esque. Just gotta like. You know,
so I won't say her name, but I work with this female. I'm completely giving it away, but she dates athletes. She's dating an athlete. When she went through this break from her current boyfriend, she was dating a few NFL guys, and there was a guy who signed a 6-year, $78 million deal. And after one FaceTime call, she said, nope, can't do it. Would it take more than one FaceTime call for a 6-year, $78 million player for you to kick him to the curb, Gabby?
I would kick anybody. I don't care about money. I'm going to make my own. So I'm never staying with a man just because he's a millionaire, especially in the NFL, because probably the more money they make, the more they're going to cheat on you anyway, or they're toxic or like whatever. So I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. I don't care. I'm going to be a millionaire myself one day. And then they could come, you know what I mean? Let them cry about it. I care more about, depends how the FaceTime call went. If he's cool, some of them, I'm not even going to say what I want to say, actually. I'll tell you about this after. But it's personality is everything to me. I don't care how much money you make. If we cannot hold a conversation, I can't just talk to myself all day, every day. I would go insane. I don't care if you're a millionaire. I can't. You don't understand. So I've had literally people ask, I'm like a sarcastic person and they think I'm serious and they ask a follow-up question to my sarcastic comment. There's nothing worse in the world if you're dumb as rocks.
I am trying to figure out if you would be easy to date or difficult to date.
I'm very easy to date.
Oh!
I am. You want to know why? And no, we're going to because now I'm going to say it because this is, everybody should know this.
Okay.
All men say, like, I don't like crazy. I don't like drama. I'm not into any of that. And then they meet a girl like me who I will literally be like, you could do whatever you want. If we're dating and I trust you and you're my boyfriend, go hang out with your ex-girlfriend if you tell me you're not doing anything. Because I trust you. Because if you're stupid enough to cheat on me, that's a you problem. You would have done it.
That's true.
You would have done it if I allowed you to do it, if I allowed you to hang out with her or not. If it not her, somebody else, and you're just a cheater to your core. Me holding you back from doing it just prolongs it, basically. So if you fumble me, that's your problem. It's not a me problem. It's a you problem.
You are the type of female that if somebody showed a picture, Tommy, say he cheated on this, they'd be like, what the hell are you doing? She is that type. There's no question. There's no question. So I agree with that.
Look, saying
somebody in the chat said, how do you feel about church league basketball athletes?
DG.
We have a guy on our team that's a church league all-star. So I think he's trying to shoot his shot literally.
That's amazing.
How do you feel about church league ball players?
As long as they're better basketball players than you, because I would have beaten you at basketball, remember?
Oh my God. Just look at my stats. Just look at my stats. By the way, Dirtsheet Dan, you got producer man, you're killing me. Dirtsheet Dan, you need to put your social handles in the chat. People want to follow you. Dirtsheet, how many followers you have right now? We need to get you at a certain number. If you're going to be a talent on one of my shows, I need you at a certain number. So, Dirtsheet, what is your handle?
He doesn't know it.
Dirtsheet.
Swaggerbomb 92.
Whoa. What did you just say?
Swaggerbomb 92. I have 245.
Wait a second. You said Swaggerbomb?
Swaggerbomb.
Spell it.
He just lost.
SWAGGER bomb 92.
Wait a second. I gotta go look at this. Swaggerbomb. You can't be serious. I should know this since you work for me. Oh my God. You guys are not gonna believe this. This is why I love Dan. If you go and you Google Swaggerbomb on X, it comes up. He's the first line under Swagger Palooza, Swagger Balls. and then Daniel dirty sheets. Dan, your sheets are dirty. We've got to fix this. Dirty sheet, Dan. You don't want to have dirty sheets. You're trying to get someone like Gabby to come over. Come on, Dan. What are we doing?
You guys put your handle, dude. Like I'm
gonna bet $1,000 92 is because he was born in 1992.
Yep.
Dan,
because Swaggerbomb was taken.
Because Swaggerbomb was taken. He needed the year of his birth.
Oh my God! You guys tell me in the chat if this isn't the most entertaining thing you've ever seen. Swaggerbomb 92. You can't make this shit up. You cannot. Gabby's trying not to die over there. Swaggerbomb 92. I need everybody in the chat to go to X and give my boy a follow. He's got 246 followers right now. What's realistic, Dan, for us to get to by the end of the month?
Maybe like 400.
Okay. All right, so 400. So let's get Dirtsheet Dan to 400. If we do that by August 31st, I will give away a shirt from our merch store. Because we're getting ready to do new merch. We're working with Millions. We're going to have a Dirtsheet Dan t-shirt, by the way. You'll get a piece of that. Gabby, we need to come up with one for you because I feel like it'd be a really big seller. Man killer, I think, is what yours is going to say.
With my face on it?
Well, you got to put your face on it. And exactly. Where else is it going to go?
Put one here and one here.
Oh, my God. Tommy, save me here, Tommy.
I love it.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Of course you do. We're over here talking about fun things, and my man Roland is still stuck on the freaking greatest of all time.
He's stewing right now. Not
He's
one
stewing right
person
now.
said it. He's so angry.
He says, if you had to guess, why did Vince McMahon, Ric Flair, Diamond Dallas Page, Dutch Mantel, Teddy Long, Sports Illustrated, and AI say Austin is the GOAT?
Hey, Coach. Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach,
What?
here we're tapping out.
We're tapping, Roland. You got it. Stone Cold's the GOAT. Stone Cold's the GOAT.
Oh, hell yeah.
God.
Oh, hell yeah.
You guys are amazing. Roland, I love you. I love all of you. That is crazy.
That's the way to end the show.
Oh, that really is. I got to make sure that we don't disrespect anybody. Coach versus Gabby is a better main event than tonight's main event. Iyo Guy 23 said that. There you go. There you go. Are we missing anything else? I believe that's it. All right, everybody. If you missed any of the show, you can always watch it on demand at our BTT YouTube page. I also need a solid from all of you because we have a Coach and Company YouTube page, our sports show, sports betting brand. We're about 100 subscribers away from being able to monetize and add the content we want to content. Well, we need to get 100 more followers. So go over there. Even if you're not going to watch the show, I don't give a damn. Just subscribe to the channel for me.
Watch it on Wednesdays.
That's all I need you to do.
Watch it on Wednesdays.
Yeah, Tommy's on Wednesdays. And truthfully, I've asked Gabby to be on 1,000,000 times. She's too busy.
She's too
busy for that
we
fan
talked
base.
about when I'm coming on. Don't even give me that shit. We talked about it. When you cut the promos, I'm coming on and I'm going to wipe the floor with all the men in that.
That's Wednesday.
Tommy, she wants to come on Rant Wednesday.
Nah.
What?
You think she could fit in on Rant Wednesday?
Oh yeah, absolutely. She'd be great.
I'm gonna rant.
She'd crush the guys. Raphael would go home, sit in the corner, and cry. That's exactly what would happen.
Love Raph.
That's exactly what happened. All right. Maybe. All right. The next couple of Wednesdays, we're going to get you on Rant Wednesday. I might even let you host the segment. We'll see.
What?
We'll see.
Crazy.
By the way, I didn't even realize I'm actually following Dirtsheet Dan. I didn't even know what it was. I'm actually already following him. I didn't even realize it. So nobody has followed him yet in the last 30 seconds. Come on, guys. I need this to go to 247, 248. Come on. What did DG just say? Producer man, well, I can't even read that shit.
We got 250 followers for Dirtsheet Dan. That's what
okay. I guess I need to All right, 250. That's right. All right, we got 4 people. I need everybody in the chat, including you, Gabby. Go and follow Daniel Dirtsheet Swagger Bomb 92 Dan. Let's go. All right. So much fun once again. So much fun. All right. Don't forget, we'll be live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time on Stadium, Amazon Prime, DirecTV, YouTube TV, YouTube, social. You guys know what time it is. Come and laugh with us. Learn a little bit. We're getting closer and closer to the start of the NFL season, and we cannot wait. For Big Tommy C, for Gabby, Dirtsheet, producer man, I'm the coach. We'll see you next time. This is The Last Word. Take care.